Hello everyone! So I just wanted to take a minute to talk about decluttering makeup and something to potentially keep in mind. So in economics, there's this concept known as sunk cost. And what that means is that it's a cost that has already been incurred that cannot be recovered. Now, I'm no economist, but I really do have a passion for the subject, and I've been thinking about some of these concepts like sunk costs and opportunity costs as it relates to makeup, and I've seen this a couple of times, but nothing really recently to my knowledge, so I just wanted to bring this up pretty quickly for anybody who may be unaware. So this concept can apply to practically any situation that involves time and or money. It really just depends on how you think about it. So take a movie or TV show or book, for example. If you start reading or watching and you realize pretty quickly that you're not into it, do you keep going? Do you keep reading? Do you keep watching? Because you go, well, I've already committed this much time, I might as well. You know, think about it this way. Imagine you actually went to a movie theater. So we're not talking about like Netflix or a book you borrowed from the library or whatever, but we're talking about spending somewhere around $15 for a movie ticket. You're in the theater, you're watching this movie, you're about half hour into it, and you're like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. And you're thinking about leaving, but then you keep thinking about that cost. And it's like, well, I've already spent some time here, I've paid the money, I might as well. Well, if you do that, if you stay, then you've fallen for the sunk cost fallacy because the money you spent on the ticket is already gone. You're not getting a refund. And the time you've spent already watching something you don't like is gone too. You're definitely not getting that back. So because you're not getting your time or money back, you shouldn't factor those things into your decision-making process. Shouldn't. Of course, we all know emotions are so closely tied to these things that it's really hard to separate them, and nobody likes the idea of wasting money. This can even happen on a massive scale. Say that a city has some sort of project that's being funded by the government, some sort of development or construction that is costing millions and millions of dollars. And after that money has already been spent, something gets in the way and they realize they can't continue on anymore, or they shouldn't continue on anymore. Because do you put good money after bad? So turning it to makeup, when we're talking about putting good money after bad, I've seen people do this and I've been guilty of this myself, but spending money to make products workable. Things that I wouldn't necessarily want to use, but maybe it was a bad purchase choice like a year or two ago. Maybe it was something I was given for free, but I really feel like I have to finish it. So I invest more money into this product. So if it's a foundation, for example, maybe I buy a mixer or a concealer or a powder or something to make this workable. So instead of just getting rid of that $25 foundation, I've spent more money to make this thing work for me. Money that I wouldn't have necessarily spent otherwise. When it comes down to it, ultimately, your choices boil down to two things. Use it or lose it. That's really in the simplest of terms, because you're either going to use something, you're going to love it, you're going to maybe pan it, or you're going to declutter it in one way or another. And I don't just mean like throwing it away. A lot of people seem to think that decluttering means just throwing it away, when it can mean passing it on to somebody else. It can mean a couple of other things, but really it's one of those two options you have. You're not going to get any money or time back from those products if you continue to use them. So if you don't enjoy using them anymore, what are you really getting out of it? This is not to say just go and throw out everything you don't like, because really that's not practical. I'm sure many people, myself included, would love to start over, would love to have a very clean makeup slate and just buy all new products and start fresh. But financially speaking, it just doesn't make sense. So sometimes you have to use products then in order to get enough time and get enough money. And I know some people do resell products, but that's not always a possibility for everyone. So I really just wanted to bring this up in case anybody has been struggling with their projects or their products and they maybe didn't hear about this concept before. It's in no means a hard and fast rule. It's not something you must live and die by. It's just simply an option, something to consider and think about. The money has been sacrificed and spent, and it is not coming back, and neither is your time. And it's just a reminder not to feel guilty, because you really have no reason to feel guilty about it. Punishing yourself by using or even just keeping a product that you no longer enjoy has no value. And the value a product has can be more or less than the monetary cost. Anyway, that is all for me. Thank you so much for watching. Told you this was going to be a very quick video, very similar to my you don't need to purchase makeup when it's on sale video. Just a very quick reminder. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really hope this helped in some way, and I hope we get a chance to chat soon. Bye for now.